Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Tuesday night Thunder night of action here on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. My name is Kyle, and I am with you tonight. I am your host for 70 laps at the Brickyard here in Indianapolis at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We got about 23 drivers here have taken time so far. 26 seem to be in the server. 3 drivers have not taken time yet, but, it's still early. iRacing had a big rain update today, so things are a little wonky right now. Let's see if he's out on the track. Fast guy, Cody Heinzman. He's just coming up for a qualifying lap here, just to practice. See Jason Higginbotham there ahead of him. Sorry, no, that is the 7 of George Cushman. Last week at Michigan, we had a really nice, really good battle, 3 wide with Cody was up there leading a lot of laps. Same with the 54, Brett Wright. 19 of Jamie Horn was up there. Paul Turner ended up coming away, or no, sorry, not Paul Turner. Ed Jurgen came away with his first Truck Series win there in a nail-biting finish with a big wreck off of turn 4. I think the top 3 were separated by just under 2/10, so really good finish, Indianapolis here, it's more of a single file, single lane track, so don't expect too many 3 and 4 wide passes, unlike last week at Michigan, which kind of was a little mini super speedway. Cody with a really nice save there off of turn 4. I'm talking to some of the drivers earlier. This it's really fast, but it's really, really loose. But if you get tucked up behind somebody, then you lose the front end, and if you're not careful, you're going to push up into the wall just like that. There we go. Some drafting going on here. 54 Brett Wright pushing the 7 George Cushman. Number 9 at Dorsey gets out of the way. If you play it right, you can make 2 lanes here, make an outside line pass, but you want to get down as soon as possible. You don't want to get freight train stuck on the outside. Go on board here with the 54 of Brett Wright. See what it looks like. Taking a lap here, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Come across a yard of bricks there to start your lap. Dive it down into turn 1. You'll want to get down right to that white line. Maybe even just under it to help the truck turn. Not like that. I see the broadcaster's curse is alive and well this week. He's just gonna park it. Let's find the next guy. Who's out there that we? Nope. 92. Ed Jurgen. Here we go. Last week's winner is going down the backstretch here. Now, from above, the track does look identical, but if you run enough laps here, you'll notice that there's tiny little nuances with each of these corners. You know, this track was built in the early 1900s, so it didn't have the luxury of computer programming and GPS and everything. They just took a horse and a plow and did a rectangle, paved it with 3.2 million bricks back then. You see all the lakes or not the lakes, but the ponds and stuff for the golf course. A lot of the bricks were dumped in there, or there's a big creek that runs along the back. They were dumped in there for fish to live in and everything. Perhaps winding down here. Jamie Horn coming out to start a lap. I'm going to get a qualifying lap in here. See how his qualifying trim is. Goes across the start-finish line here to start his qualifying lap. It's the mock qualifying, just to see how fast he can push it, being it's just under 4 minutes to qualifying. So your time here will kind of mimic what. Ooh, a little bit loose out of 2 there. You see that big bobble. It's not what you want to do. You lose that. You lose any momentum, and it kills you for the straightaway here. Really long straightaway. The track's starting to get hotter, so all these trucks are sliding around. If you're not careful in that short shoot, you can pancake that wall, and that ruins your right front suspension. In the truck series, they don't get tape. They don't get fast repairs or anything. You get one truck, and that's it. Let's see who else can we. 43, Mr. Florida Man himself, Eric Anderson. There he is. See, just lose the front end coming up off that corner there. That's an overcorrect. Let's really see him driving it off that right rear. The whole entire track is sitting in the sun right now. Alright, let's see if he can complete a lap. Up tight to that wall. You want to get it down, turned a little bit early. He kind of missed his entry point there, so it's going to push up. Not hit the wall in the short chute. And he's not going to quite run the bottom here. He's going to kind of run the middle. Maybe get a bit of draft off the truck in front of him here. 44 of Ray Richer. In the trucks, you got to be within about a second to start to feel the effects of that draft. Kind of missed the bottom there. Eric's watching exactly what he's doing, so he's gonna stay right on that in that second lane. That's interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that and see if that's how he runs the rest of the race tonight. Just clobbered the wall there. But one thing you got to do when you're coming up to speed off pit road is nail your shifts there. You could hear him kind of hit the chip, the 18 here. Might not get around in time to run a qualifying lap, but yeah, and cold tires. He did not like cold tires. that's a hard hit. That's not what you want to do in the race or qualifying. Alright, just under 20 seconds left here before we change over to qualifying and set the field for the Truck Brickyard race. Let's see who's the first one to go out here. Mr. Home field advantage himself. Mike Stuyvesant. Defending winner of this race from last season. Nice and easy on that exit. It's all flat down there, so you do not want to lose control. So if you reset in qualifying, you get a new truck, but you do not get a new set of tires. So you flat spot them, you hurt them in any way, then that's your only set for qualifying. He's tight to the wall here. I'm going to take the first lap of his qualifying run. Oh, he's going to push up here. Oh, just tag the wall. That might be a 1X there, and if it is, then just abort this lap. Save the tires for your next run. Indianapolis is weird because you can... Sometimes it'll be your first, sometimes it'll be your second lap that makes you fastest, so... Just kind of protect the tires here going through 3 if he did get a 1X there. Doesn't look like he did, so he might have gotten away with it. We'll have to see if his time registers here. Oh, a little bit loose here. Coming off turn 4 to get ready for his second lap. High atop the pagoda. And it did not count. So, yeah, he did tag the wall. Nice and safely off the wall there. Jamie Horn with the fast lap of 53.02. Gets a nice middle groove there. Nice straight shot off of 2. Mike nice down to the bottom there in 3. Down the short chute. Dive it off into 4. Oh, you can hear those tires screaming. Nice and straight to the line. Let's see. No wall contact. Let's see how he did. Here he says 53.45. That'll put him. Ooh. Outside the top 10. So yeah, it looks like it is your first lap. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that, especially with it being home field for him. Boston going down the backstretch here. Kind of a bigger arc. Into 3. Nice smooth line through 4. Come down to the pit wall, dust the crew members. Jumps up to 3rd. Nice lap. Let's see. We got the 29 here coming at it too. See if I can find him on timing and scoring. he's coming up for his first lap. Nice, right to the bottom, right to those rumble strips. That was a nice entry. But, and into the wall. It's not what you want to do. Oh. Yeah, broadcaster's curse is alive and well tonight, boys. There we go. And Jamie Horn collects his first pole of the season here on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. So he does get lane choice. You know, he has to call it out when he comes out of pit road, whether he gets inside or outside. First start will be on iRacing, and any other restart will be on the leader. So 29 trucks tonight. Good field for Tuesday night. This is the third race of the season. So we got Dennis Ellis starting shotgun. Carter Lawson making a rare appearance in the trucks. It's also his home track. 27th, we got Doug Wysocki. 26th, we got Paul Turner. 25th, we got Chris Letts. 24th, we got David Gainforth. 23rd, Ray Richer. 22nd, Stephen Music. 20th, Brian Dorsey. 21st, Brian Dorsey. Sorry, I miscounted. 20th, Judd Danielson. 19th, Mike Stiverson. 18th, last week's winner, Ed Jurgen. 17th, Michael Gruby. 16th, Gary Bowman. Not typical qualifying effort out of the Lounge Racing leader there in the 08. 17th, we got George Cushman. 16th, we got Eric Anderson. 15th, Ken Lung. Nice qualifying for him. 14th, we got Tom Richter. 13th, we got William Kern. 12th, we got Chris Harefield. 11th, Cody Meadows. And then Kevin Fetty rounding out your top 10. 9th, we got Chris Dorsey. 8th, we got Andrew Caldwell. 6th, we got Andrew Caldwell. 5th, we got Trevor Ryan. 4th, Corey Heinzman, fastest man in practice. 3rd, Jason Higginbotham. And on the front row, we got Brett Wright and Jamie Horn. 3.5 mile track, so pace speed should be about 70 miles an hour. Hopefully they practice pit road because it is a tricky pit road. Not like the other ones where pit commitment line is right at pit road. It's a little farther down because we're running the Indy Oval version. You don't want to hit that wall coming off and send you back out into the track. That's no bueno. Beautiful looking trucks out here tonight. Carter Lawson there. You can see SpongeBob on the hood. Some drivers electing to take some EOLs. I believe Carter Lawson was the one who took the EOL, so he's going to start right shotgun on the field. Now, he didn't say I could pull him up at any time in the race, but we're going to do it. We'll pull him up mid-race. See how he's doing. All right. Newly named Fred in the pace car. About to pull off here. "29 trucks strong. Ready to go across the bricks. Put their name in the history books. And we're green here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. just like that. Top 10's about single file. Jamie Horn's going to lead his lap here, the first lap here at off the pole. Kind of pulling away from Brett right here. Brett's kind of pulling away from Cody. There was a little bit of smoke. Someone did tag the wall on the first lap, but no harm, no foul. I think everybody's kind of single file now. Eric Anderson, high attitude there. Kind of tagged the wall. Everybody kind of scatters, but we're all good. Already starting to snake. Going down the backstretch. Try to break that draft. You see that a lot in the Indy cars here. Well, the 19's really starting to pull out, so wonder if Brett's just saving his tires here off early in the run. Let Jamie burn up his right front. Majority of trucks up by that wall in a single file line. Fastest lap goes to Jason Higginbotham so far, the 53.42. Leader's fast lap there was a 53.45, and Brett's was a 53.74. So looks like Brett's kind of saving his tires a little bit, letting Jamie take off. You don't want to save too much because you do still want to stay in some of that draft. You can see that Brett there is about 3/4 of a second behind. You don't want to drop it to anything about there. Jamie's running a little bit higher up than what Brett and everyone else are doing, so I wonder if that's just saving the right side a little bit more. Kind of see him just starting to pull away there. Just under a second. So Brett's seeing nice clean air, nothing out front. Just nice and smooth. Smooth as fast here. A little bit of a lift. Save the tires on exit. Swap to Brett and see what he's seeing. You're seeing that 19 just get smaller and smaller. I think at this rate, yeah, Brett was about half a second off there. So yeah, I think everybody's saving, and Jamie's gonna start coming back to them here in about the next 5 laps or so to burn that right front off and pave the price at it. Cody Heinzman there, tucked up right underneath Brett. Jason Higginbotham tucked up underneath Cody. Let's go back here and see what's going on. Let's go with Eric Anderson. He did kind of tag the wall there on the second lap off of 2. It's up behind Ken Lung there, but yeah, you see everybody's kind of just single file. Just want to run this first stint out, see where everything shuffles out. Oh, someone brushing the wall there. Gary, oh, Eric right into the wall. Gary's looking to make a pass on Eric there for 14th. Slowly moving up from his 18th starting position. Carter Lawson, SpongeBob. Following Chris Lutz there. His teammate, Mike Stuyvesant, just ahead of him. Just taking it easy. So, fuel run is between 18 and 20 laps. So, you know, about a third of the way through this stint. Oh, Xerox machine and the 7 machine kind of tagging the wall off of 4. Go back up front here, and Jamie has pulled away from the field. But the gap between the times and the leaders' times and the field's times is getting closer. The 19 ran a 54.227, and the 54 ran a 54.375, so those times are starting to get closer. I have to wonder if Jamie's starting to feel the effects of that right front and pushing hard real early. You'll start to see that gap come down. You see that 54, pitch it on the right rear. That'll help your turn in, but it will hurt your drive off. .144 is making a move on the 28 of Cody Heinzman. Jason Dinkabotham running the outside here to get a run down the front stretch. Get some help from the 46 of Andrew Caldwell. Yeah, now that the race is about 10 laps old, everything's kind of just settled out. Everyone's in their own little packs. Cody making a move for 7th. Cody Meadows. Looking for some redemption after a rough first 2 weeks. Almost had the win last week in Michigan and was up front near the end of the race at Daytona. That gap to the leaders now down to 1.3 seconds, so the 54 is starting to reel him in. Kurt Lawson here. Just taking his time, working through the field. Not in a rush or anything. Here's teammate Mike Stuyvesant up in a battle, starting to move his way up through the field. Looking to take the spot from Brian Dorsey, sorry. Too many Dorseys in this league. Never know which one is which. Times have really dropped off. We're looking at about a second of fall off now. Just under 2 seconds. The 54 now has it just under a second between 19 and himself for the race lead. About halfway through a fuel run, so this is when you'll want to start to push. Protect those tires early on and push towards the end. Set yourself up for a nice clean pit stop. Under a second now, you should start to get some draft. With Brett Wright starting to reel in the leader, that's just going to bring the pack right back to the 19. Brett slides it off before, kind of up near that wall, getting a bit of a better run down the front stretch now that he has the draft on the 54. Just over half a second. You have to be careful, this is when you start to lose the nose. You don't want to get too close to him in the corners, push up and smack that wall off the exit. And set yourself up for a nice run down this backstretch here. There. Just watch that time just drop off. The revs start getting higher. Your heartbeats start getting higher. You don't want to make a mistake. You've reeled them in. At this rate, you kind of know how he's going to be. He's going to push early on. You save the tires. You're going to get right up underneath him. You're going to look to the inside. Not quite. Might get a chance down into turn 1, it looks like. The 19's just going to let him go. Smart thing to do this early in the race. You don't want to race him. He ran you down from almost 2 seconds, so he's got a little bit of a faster truck than you. Just settle in and try to see what he's doing. .46 Maynard Caldwell there seems to have hit the wall off at 2. Trevor Ryan's going to take that spot from him. Doesn't look to be too damaged. A little bit of scuff in the paint. That's alright. The 8's going to push up into the 28. Kind of put the 28 in the wall. .31's going to push his teammate down the front stretch. Hopefully clear him off into turn 1. He's going to look to the outside of the 46. Not quite get there. He'll have the help of the draft from in front and from behind, so he should be able to get a run here and pop out and go by the 46. Not quite yet. He's going to let off and get a run. Let off a little early, build that run through 3 and 4. And surprise him going down into turn 1. Well, Jamie Horn has dropped to 3rd and is in danger of losing 3rd to Trevor Ryan. Yeah, he's definitely burned that right front up there. He's struggling. See in the back of the picture there, the 8 has finally got by the 46 and he's going to bring the 28 with him. Now the 8 just sets sail and tries to catch the 19. Break into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Oh, sorry, he is in the top 5. Try to break into the top 4. Wow, Brett Wright and Jason Higginbotham have kind of stretched themselves away from the field. There's about 0.2 of a second that separates them. Oh, Cody Meadows really loose off of 4 there. Kind of single file. It's all kind of situated. Oh, the 19 brushes the wall off of 2. Not enough to break his momentum, but that might hurt him down this backstretch here. Cody keeps the momentum up. Oh, he just drops to the night. Just drops to the inside. Drop in behind the 28 if he was smart. Pop up there. Yep, just slide in behind him. Don't lose too many spots racing the outside. You're struggling with that right front to keep it down. 28's a little bit loose, touching that apron. Stays up underneath the 8. He's looking to the bottom. Cody's got a really nice arc down into the corner. The 28 looks like he's just hugging that white line. Oh, and pit stops have started right at lap 18. We got the 10 of Chris Dorsey and the 18 of Chris Harefield. Logical would be 4 tires and fuel here. I think this will start bringing everybody else in. We'll start seeing cars peeling off the pit road. Cody Meadows, I think he'll probably wait till lap 20, I would say. Try to wait everyone out. Try to get a lap led. Do we have any other takers? Now this track, with it being about 2.5 miles, you want to be within about 3 to 4 seconds of the leader. That way you don't risk going a lap down when you pit. 18's just coming off for half, just about quarter way down the backstretch, and so you can see the lead pack there and behind him. He should start to drive away from them though with this fresh rubber. Trevor Ryan has now caught the lead pack. Kind of saved his tires a little bit better than these two here. Just methodically worked his way up to the front. Oh, and the 144 is going to peel off. Now, does this bring the leader in after? And this is going to bring a whole bunch of trucks. 9 trucks. No speeding. Don't want any speeding. 29 is going to push the 7 down the front stretch. Sorry, that was the 44. Oh, Cody Meadows just brushes the wall off of 4. You know, he's trying to get to Trevor. Just try to get that, stay in that draft. I think this brings the leader in. You can't stay too much longer than what the 144 did. You know, you're probably racing him the rest of the night. You don't want him to get too much of a jump. Oh, he's slowing down. Yeah, he's coming to pit road this time. That'll bring the 45, and the 8 is going to stay out and get that lap lead. Stay out with his teammate there, the 31. See all that smoke? That's just from tires spinning coming off of pit road. And it's only the 8 and 31 that have stayed out, so you do the math. It's 20, 40, 60. You get about 20 laps of fuel on a tank. Seem to help William a little bit with a little bit of draft. You don't have to push as hard. Let's see, they're going into 3 now. And the other leader is just leaving pit road now. There goes the 10 by him. There goes the 28. So you can see what that new tires do. And there goes the 144 by him. So pitting 3 laps earlier. This is who your new leader is going to be. The 10. By a healthy margin. But he'll have 3 lap older tires. Yeah, there's Cody Meadows on pit road here. 10's coming off of 4. He will be taking the lead. Oh no, what happened to Carter? Oh, did he get a speeding penalty? You saw him come in earlier. Yeah, must have had a speeding penalty. Oh, you know what? Let's ask him. We'll have 40 seconds to tell us. Hey, what happened? Oh, I did not move him. Oh, no, he disappeared. Hey, what happened?
Well, I downshifted into first, trying to pit, and something that's never happened to me before, the truck just decided to kill itself.
Oh, that's not good. You were looking strong,
Not
too.
very fun. Yeah, it felt good. I was talking to Mike. We were back there. Felt like we were faster than those guys. I know when I didn't have guys in front of me, I was running on par with the front guys are running, but it happens, man.
Them's the breaks. That's racing for you. So, you done for the night, or you want to help call this race?
Well, I've parked it for right now. I'm gonna go take care of some stuff, and if I come back, I'll let you know and help you.
All right, sounds good, man.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for broadcasting. Have a good one.
Hey, you too, man. Thanks for showing up. That was Carter Lawson, the 98 there. Some mechanical issues coming off the pit road. It's unfortunate. He's really strong at this track. It's one of his favorite tracks. It's home track as well. He's got a win here in the Xfinity Series on Wednesday nights. But we turn our attention back to the race. Right now, Chris Dorsey's up leading by having that really early pit stop. But the one he pitted with, the 18, I do not see him. He is marred all the way back in 13th. So I don't know what happened to him, whether he just got a really good pit stop, but you see what 3 lap fresher tires is doing. And you see that 28 just reeling in the 10. And then 144 is just sitting there stock and just waiting for them to get racing and burn their stuff up, and Jason Higginbotham will jump on it. We got some shuffling going on here. We got a nice little pack here. Cody Meadows pushing around the outside. He's got the freshest set of tires here, so he wants to kind of get through this pack as soon as possible. He's pushing the 9 of Brian Dorsey. Right around the outside of the 43 of Eric Anderson. Oh, he's going to push really high in 3. That's not what you want to do. 34 and the 31 arguing over position in the back there. Cody's going to try to get a run here down the front stretch. Cross over the 9. Get beside him. Clearing down into turn 1. Now that flame you see, that's them lifting. So that's just a little bit of excess fuel being burnt off with the heat. Really good telltale sign of seeing who's pushing and who's lifting early and who's not lifting when you don't see the flame going into the corner. But back up front here, this pack has really tightened up. Throw a blanket over the top 3. They're about 3.5 seconds ahead of 4th place. Higginbotham pitted on lap 18. And these two, I believe, pitted on lap 17. Lap 19 for Heinzman. And lap 17 for Chris Dorsey. Also, Heinzman and Jason are on the same pit strategy. They're on the same tires. But you see those two trucks in there. Class of the field all night. Starting to reel everybody in. 28's going to make a dive on the 10. 10's going to push up. It's going to race him down into turn 4. 144 is going to push the 28 right down that front stretch, I bet. 28's going to slide up, not give the 144 the draft. You know he's pushing. Oh, 10 brushed the wall off of 4. You know the 144 has been hounding you all night. You don't want to give him any help. 144 is going to jump back up after clearing the 10, right in behind the 28. You know, the 10's hoping for a caution right now. He's cycled to the front. Caution right now to get everybody back on the same pit strategy. Meanwhile, back here, big pack. Cody's kind of pulled away from the 92 of Ed Jurgen. Kind of left his teammate there and behind him. Ed's running about 2 lanes up off the bottom, which was a different kind of line I wouldn't expect here at Indianapolis. Got the 9 of Brian Dorsey here and behind the 20 of Mike Stiverson in this pack of trucks. .37 of Ken Lung trying to make a move there down into turn 1. Grab the spot. This is all for 12th place. 18 pushes up and behind the 9. Coming off of that turn 1 there. It's going to kind of bobble and brush the apron. The 46 we did see earlier up front kind of hit the wall. Must have had a bad pit stop. The 29 is going to try to push the 46 by the 18. And he does. Oh, the 46 kind of pushes up. 18 gives him room. Yeah, we're not even halfway. So yeah, just give room where it can. It could come back to you later on in the race. Jason Higginbotham still with that fast time of the 53.42 set on the second lap of the race. All kind of settled out now. '54 and the 45 started to tandem draft themselves all the way up to the lead, push themselves by the 10. These two both pitted on lap 20. So they got about a lap fresher tires than the leaders do. Timing and scoring hasn't updated. It updates every time we go past the start finish line, so just under 2.5 seconds. Oh, Trevor Ryan brushes the wall off of 4, off of 2. That truck doesn't look too hurt. As long as you can, if you got a little bit of damage, you should be fine if you can stay in the draft. But if you're the lead car and you've got damage, oh, he does it again. Oh, the 8 brushes the wall right in the middle of the backstretch. Let's see. Let's go. Well, he didn't get any wall. He didn't get a contact, so must not have been too hard. See if we can see any damage there on the right front. Nope. Truck looks good. Black Goodwrench Chevrolet of Cody Meadows. Let's see what Higginbotham's doing. Learn his secrets. He's not quite on the throttle. He kind of lets the 28 get away. Doesn't want to push too much on that right front. Save a little bit of tire for the end of the run. Lift before the hill. You want to use the hill to turn your truck. You don't want to turn it with the front tires. As counterintuitive as that sounds, you want to keep the front tires as straight as possible. With a little bit of a wall brush there off of 4. Looks like the 28's kind of saved his tires a little bit better than the 144. Racing with Higginbotham last season is unheard of. If you can outsave your tires better than Jason, man, you've done something right. You can see the 144 kind of reeling them back in there down the backstretch, down into turn 3. Don't want to get too much on that apron. You can see it's still a little unstable. You don't want to de-wedge that truck. You get it on the right rear. You want to keep that weight nice and center. Think of it as like a pendulum. You got a 4-corner pendulum. You don't want to rock the boat too much, upset the balance. But we say that. There's the 08. Trying to keep a tail on the 45. Just under 7/10 of a second of a gap. 45 brushing the wall just a little bit. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose at this point. Maybe it just slows him down just enough to where he doesn't have to use the fronts to slow him down. See if he does it down here. Nope. Call me crazy. On the 54, you can see that group up front Just slowly reeling them in. Slowly reeling them in. About 7 laps before pit stops commence again. Second round of green flag pit stops. The 8 making a pass on the 08 in behind. Cody kind of pushes up. From this angle, their numbers spell Bob. 31 trying to stay on the rear of the 08. Get a little bit of draft and help his teammate go to the front. Cody with the freshest set of tires here, about 1 lap fresher than the 45 and 54, and about 3 laps fresher than the 28 and 144. Oh, pit stops are starting again. Oh, and it's the leaders this time. Dropping early. I think that was a late call on the 28, and the 144 wanted to pit with them. So about 17 laps after. No, sorry, that's 15 laps. That's early. Really want to try to short pit this one. I'll have to see how the strategy works out. But right now, Brett Wright back to the lead. Wonder if he'll be pitting here soon with the... He's got it to within about 2 seconds of the leaders. You don't want to stay out too far. No, he's going to... Oh, the 45 is going to hit the wall. Oh, and the 54 is going to pit from the outside lane. That's... Who's going to get it slowed up? Speeding penalty. Ooh. Management's not going to like that one. But here we got Trevor Ryan. Up front, you saw him tag that wall off of 4. Wonder if he'd want to pit with the 54. 19 pulsator Jamie Horn, sorry. Now down a lap. Run those tires off early and just kind of lost it from there. Trucks are all about protecting those tires. They have so much downforce. That 45 is probably going to pit here. Doesn't want to lose too much time to the leaders. They were about 4 seconds. Oh, and the 8 and the 08 are going to pit with them. So that's something Trevor wants to see. He'll have a group of cars in behind him. Sorry, group of trucks in behind him to push him along. So, and cycle the lead. That should go to... I believe the 29 is the leader right now. I just can't find him. Nope, sorry, it is the 65 of Chris Letts that is the leader. This is the 101 of Dave Gainforth. The 74 of Doug Wysocki. Oh, George Cushman, nice save off of 4. Kind of tagged the wall, but hey, he's still pointing in the right direction. That is a good save. So everything's kind of settled down. Let's see if we can go back and see what he did there. Magic television, we can just rewind. So you feel it, overcorrect. You know, people at home, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. This is what it looks like from the cockpit. Push, push, push. All of a sudden, tires are squealing. You're scared, everybody's scared. They bring the truck back and you're good to go. Alright, let's go back live. Leader Dave Gainforth still has to pit. But get 1 bonus point for leading a lap. And every point helps going to the playoff. Still hasn't pit yet. 33 to go. We're just over halfway. Leader who will cycle to the lead when Dave Gameforth pits, the 28 of Corey Heinzman, with Jason Higginbotham in behind him. Big gap to the 4 of Trevor Ryan. Just over 5 seconds. Cody Meadows there dropped a few spots. Must not have had a good pit stop. He must have slid through his box just a little bit. That's all it takes. And you can lose so many spots on pit road. But it's just about not beating yourself, you know. You've had a strong truck. Just settle in and take what the iRacing gods will give you. 144 is tired of sitting in behind the 28, so he's going to take the lead on the outside around the 28 into turn 1. That's a bold move. This is where Higginbotham shines. It's like, all right, it's time to go. We're over halfway. 28 just brushes the wall. Now they're going to try to snake. But if they start racing, you see that 45 of Trevor Ryan in the background. If these guys start racing, Trevor's there to pounce. You get a really bad couple of corners, and that 4.5 second lead will dwindle so fast. Oh, that 28 is trying so hard to get back to the 144. That right rear is screaming hot right now. He's losing all of his drive off the corner. Best thing to do right now is just settle in, watch where he's stronger than you, and learn from him. They're running big arcs through these corners. The draft is such a key player here. These trucks are just a little bit underpowered, so unlike the Cup cars, you're in the throttle a lot through these corners here. See that flame where he's lifting just at the beginning of the corner. Nice straight shot off of 4. He's going to follow Jason Higginbotham down to the inside wall just to get that draft. He's about 0.8 of a second. I've never liked doing the draft snake. Because the more you turn that wheel, the more you're going to burn that rubber off. Keep that wheel as straight as possible. You're less of an angle. Everybody's kind of single file right now. Back here to let's go Chris Harefield here. He's got the 19 in behind him. Not much action going on back here. This is where the action is. He's got the 46 and the 20 racing. The 37 trying to get by the 43. Ken in his rookie year, ill-advised. Getting a draft on the 43 down the front stretch. Oh, Mike! I think Mike's got a little bit of damage on that right front. Yep, he's kind of hit the wall at a bad angle at one point. Actually, I wonder if that was off for 4. We can just go back. I don't have the technology to. Nope, he must have got it earlier. Oh, but he does have a 4X. Let's see what happened here. Oh, and that's where he got the damage from. Eric Anderson got in the wall. He tried to go around him and just had nowhere to go. You see the 43 pushing up. You want to get by him. You're losing the nose. You kind of just come together, and yeah, there's just nothing you can do at that point. At that point, you're just along for the ride. Yeah, that right front, you can see how much of a hindrance it is. That truck's pushing now. It's not a fun piece of equipment to drive. You can hear it just scraping, just grinding that right front off. On iRacing, you talk about noise. What happened here? We have a little bit of contact. Oh, the 8 and the 54. Just a little bit of contact in the 3, not wanting to give an inch. And the 54 comes out on the short end of the stick on that one. The 8's like, hey, time to go. Gotta go to the front, bud. Time to race hail, praise Dale. The 08's pushing the 8 up past the 10. You saw him get a little bit loose there going down the backstretch. I mean, if you get loose in the middle of a straightaway, then you know you're going fast. Lead's kind of balanced out to about a second. Oh, Cody, nice save off a 4. Lead's kind of staying stationary, about 8 to 9 tenths of a second. 8's running a bit of a higher exit off a 2. I know last year when I ran here, I was right around that white line the entire time. Bit more of a long run speed truck. Kind of saved the right front a little bit better. Gary Bowman run a lane down, get that nose on the air. Air on the nose, sorry. This is the closest battle on the track, so until the lead gets to within about a half a second, we'll stay right here. You see the power of drafting. The 08 pushing the 8, the Bob team. Bobsled, I guess. Go on board with Gary Bowman here. See what? That's not Gary. That's Cody. This is Gary. Just staring at that 8. Cody gets a little bit of a better exit off of 4. And that's just that arrow push that's you get in behind the truck here. Gary Bowman gets a nice draft. Oh, Cody checks up just a little bit early for the corner. Kind of catches Gary off guard. Yeah, you can see where he loses the nose. You have to lift just a little more than the car in front of you to keep that front end under you. Cody pushes up off of 2. Gary gets a nice exit. Should get a nice draft down this backstretch. Like I said, it gets under half a second. Now you got the 144 in traffic. He's starting to feel the effects of aero draft. Aero push. Got the 7 running 2 lanes up off the bottom. Got the 11 in front of him. The 45 of Trevor Ryan there, sneaking into the picture. said, these two start racing. That 45 is going to sneak in, and it's going to be a 3-car race for the lead with just about 20 to go. 7 pulls over for the 144, but he's not going to give the same luxury to the 28. The 28's got to pinch it down on the bottom. 144 is going to try to get off the corner nice, get a nice draft, dropping behind the 11 here. Pull himself along the front stretch. Everybody's going to sneak down the front stretch here. You see them weaving and winding. Oh, Higginbotham, a little bit of contact, but that's all right. It just slows you down a little easier going into 2. .144 still got that draft on the 11. That's just helping him. Oh, 28's in the wall. 28's across the track. Oh, 28's down pit road, I bet. Yep. Get that sign out of the way. And that is the worst feeling because there is no caution. Oh, and he's got a meatball. That'll be the end of his race. 20 to go. It's go time. You got one more pit stop coming up. Might as well send it. And oh, that hurts. Such a good run too. This is what happens. He just pushes off a 2, off a 4, into the inside wall, and you might as well take it right down pit road because your night is done. Go from the chase cam here. We'll go back a little bit here. So it all starts on entry here. The 144 gets to the bottom. The 28 starts to push up, loses the nose, pancakes the outside wall. It shoots him to the inside. He clobbers that wall, breaks the suspension, and that's all. That's all it takes. It's fine margin here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We saw the rookie J.R. Hildebrand do the same thing back in 2011. Ran the outside, hit that wall off a 4. And he lost the Indy 500 to Dan Weldon. That's just opened up some breathing room for the 144 on the 45. Now, if I were Trevor, I would want to pit a lap before Jason. That would get you out ahead. You want to pit before him. You don't want to pit after him because then that pretty much gives him the race. Because then you have to chase. You want him to chase you and burn his stuff up trying to catch up. The 7's going to pit. Start early. The 08's going to pit. Does that mean... Oh, alright. So Cody pit a lap before these guys. He pitted with 17 to go. So that puts him just on the edge of this window. That'll be interesting. We'll have to see how this works out. Whether he's saved enough fuel. Make sure iRacing packed that thing full of fuel. But back up front, we got the 45 now in tow with the 144. If that 144 makes a dart to the left for pit road, you make sure you're with him. 44 dart into the pit road, and the 45 goes with him. No, don't want to speed. 144 locks him up. I hate this camera. Yeah, it's better. You see how much the 45 gained on the 144 with his lockup. You just want to be nice and smooth on pit road. You don't want to slide through your box. You don't want to lose it on pit road. There is a bump, and you hit that bump wrong at the exit pit road, and it sends you to the infield. Your race is done too. '19's coming out. 45's even with him. 144's got a bit of a gap. You don't want to speed. Pit road speed limit is 60 miles an hour. You want to get as much as you can. 144 had a better exit off of pit road. And he's got a bit of a bigger gap. Want to maximize to that white line, but you look in the background. Here comes the 8 up to speed. Coming off of 4, going into 3. We should have a new leader. Sorry, coming off of 2. Or at least a new second place truck. Cody Meadows. Now he's in the draft of the 144. He's got all the momentum. You still got to come up to speed if you're the 144. You got cold tires. No grip. And sneaking into the picture is the 31 of William Kern. Cody Meadows. Big draft coming down the front stretch. Looking to take the lead. He looks out. Gives him a peek. Not close enough. Get up underneath them. 144 shuts the door. If you're Cody, you gotta remember, don't beat yourself. You have a chance to win. You've worked your entire race up to this point, and you have a shot. That's all you need is a shot. Don't beat yourself. Now we're gonna see some aggressive driving out of everybody, sneaking down that backstretch, trying to break the draft. Leader's gonna pit. This is the battle for second place, but this will be the lead once they cycle out. Chris Dorsey's on pit road now. Now with the lap difference of tires, Cody Meadows kind of pushes up there. Now the tires have all kind of equalized. And Trevor Ryan sitting waiting in the wings, just waiting for these two to get racing and burning their tires up. You see the 34 of Tom Richter there breaking the draft down the backstretch on the 08, trying to catch to the 31. 45 is right down on that apron, right by those rumble strips. We got 15 laps to go. 55 laps on the board. Snaking and weaving down this front stretch. The 8 got a really bad entry into 1. Gonna bring that 45 right to him. Now does the 45 push the 8 up to the 144 and make them race? Trevor's got some strategy to think up. He's only got 14 laps to do it. It's still a long race to go, especially here when they're running almost a minute laps. Yates running a little bit of a higher line off of 4. That's going to keep his momentum up, but the shorter line around this track is on the bottom. I wonder if the 8 kind of burned his stuff up, or if he's just saving a little bit extra for that late push. Higginbotham was a 53.92, and Cody and Trevor were both 54.0s. 54.09 for Cody and a 54.04 for Trevor. Nope, Trevor's going to make a lunge for the bottom. He's going to try to get into second. He's figuring it's go time. Cody's going to squeeze him. Cody doesn't want to give it up. Cody's going to hang right on that right side. Right on that outside. He's just driving him crazy. He's bringing him back. Doing the side draft. Higginbotham's loving this. Just stay side by side, boys, while I pull away. Cody's not giving it up. But Cody would have to get him behind and push that 45. Trevor's going to side draft him, squeeze him up. Cody's got the edge going down into turn 1, still running that outside line. Got to be careful coming off of 4 here. Off of 1. Trevor just slides back in, figures it's not time yet. Get that better run. Yeah, and that racing has just pushed them, dropped them back to about a second behind Higginbotham. .45 is going to two truck tandem. But he's going to look onto the inside again. He's going to make another attempt for the pass. Cody's going to run that outside and hold him off. The thing about racing with Cody is he does not make passing easy. He will make you pull your hair out. But that 45, you know, you got 10, you're coming to 10 to go. You got to get rid of that 8 or you're going to lose every chance. You push him off into turn 1 a little bit faster than he wants to go. Here we go, side by side, down into turn 1 again. You got the edge, he sends it. Cody's going to slide back into behind the 45. He's going to cross him over. Didn't quite have the momentum. Put it back to the 45, up into second. Helping the 8 there has kind of pushed them away from the 31. But now, does Trevor Ryan have the tires? He needs to catch the 144. Easing away. Oh, and there's a 28 there. He's going to kindly get out of the way of the race of the leaders here. That's heartbreaking. He had such a good truck, too. His time will come. 45. Easing his way back to the 144. It's under a second now. The 8's kind of fallen off the 45, so you wonder if he's burned his stuff up trying to get back to the 144. Maybe Higginbotham's just saving a bit, knowing that Trevor has been around him all night. You learn each other's moves. You learn each other's tactics. When they're saving, when they're not, when they're going to push. See if we can see him closing the gap here. Higginbotham running that outside line. You see more door numbers, so that means he's running on that right rear. You know, he's got the draft of the lap down car in front of him. The 101 of Dave Gaveforth. But you hear those tires screaming. 8 to go. Don't bring them back. You don't need them. Nice smooth exit. Get back in the draft behind him. Make him pull you down. And you see, and that's opened up just over a second gap down this backstretch here. So any bit of draft is helping him. So it looks like Trevor gains on entry, but Higginbotham gains on exit, which is telling me that Trevor is pushing harder into the corners, thus wearing more right front. And if you listen to the tires here going into the corner, there's a lot more tire noise there than what you can hear on Higginbotham, I believe. We'll see once he gets past Gainforth here. Swap to Higginbotham. Yeah, not a lot of tire noise. A lot quieter, so he's not pushing his tires nearly as hard as what Trevor Ryan is. Yeah, you can see him pushing there. He got in the wake of the 101. 7 laps to go. Does he have enough? Can he get his first win of the season in a return season to the Cyber Thunder Racing League? Cody Meadows has fallen off this group by about 2 seconds. Burned his tires up. Trying to get to the lead. Dropped off to about a second now. But I wonder if those tires are now starting to catch in, or Higginbotham is starting to use the rest of what he saved. Higginbotham so smooth. Oh, Trevor's in the wall. That's not going to help. Just probably pushed up just a little too much off of 2. Off of 1. See if we can go back and see what he did here. Yeah, he just pushed up and the wall just grabbed him. Couldn't quite get off the wall. But truck looks good. Doesn't look like it's anything is wrinkled. Didn't lose too much time, but he sees that traffic ahead of Higginbotham. And Higginbotham has had a bit of a problem trying to get through traffic. And with 5 to go, 4 to go, and that might all Trevor need. Staying about just under a second. Trevor can't quite get what he needs. It's just broken over a second. Yeah, Higginbotham now has that draft from the 09 of Steven Music, so that's just going to help Jason. Three laps to go, coming to this time. Oh, Higginbotham hits the wall off of 4. That's all. And so does Trevor Ryan. See, it's a fine line. All it takes is one mistake, and sometimes it can cost you the race, but it doesn't look like it hurt his lead too much. It's old tires, and he just probably got the wake of the 09. You see the damage there. Coming to 2 laps to go. Steven Music is really running high now. Oh, he's in the wall too. 144 is going to have a nice toe down this front stretch. He's going to want to get away from Steven as soon as possible. He'll look to the inside. Steven's going to give it to him. The lead's just under half a second now. Trevor can smell it. That's 2 to go. Does he have enough? Can he get by the 09 here? Use the draft to slingshot himself. The 09 just pulls over. Just under. You see it closing. Just under 4/10. We're gonna have a race here on the last lap. 3/10. He's right there. 4/10 again, going into 4. So you get a nice clean run off of 4 here. Oh, he kind of bobbles. He's sending it. All right, here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go. Trevor's there. He can smell it. Trevor, Jason, 1 lap. 69 laps in the books, and it all comes down to the last one. 4 corners. Who's the most perfect? 45 is going to have a nice draft going into turn 2. Kind of offset your truck, get a little bit of air on the front end. Get a nice toe down this front stretch, down this back stretch. Off of 2. See him gaining. Wonder if that earlier wall hit hurt the 144. He's closing. He's there. Couldn't quite get to his bumper. Lift off early. Get a better run. He's going to have one more shot down this front stretch. It was 4/10 when he went into turn 1. Does he have enough of a draft? Remember, this is coming to the start-finish line. 45's got to run. The 144 goes to block. He drops to the inside, and 144 holds him off. He crosses the yard of bricks first. Jason Higginbotham wins at the Brickyard in a thrilling finish, holding off Trevor Ryan. Whoop, boy, we didn't have a last lap wreck, but that was thrilling. All right, give me a second. I will go pull up the top 3. Just gotta find them. All right, we can see our top 3 there sitting on the front stretch. Jason getting ready to do his burnout. Let's bring up 3rd place. Mr. Cody Meadows, 3rd place. You got us.
Yes, sir.
Where did you come from with that strategy? That just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, you were running about 7th or 8th, and all of a sudden, right at the end of the race, you're there up mixing it in with Trevor and Jason. Take us through that last pit stop. Was it pit strategy, or were you just saving tires?
A mixture of both, really. I've been trying to take all the notes I've gotten throughout the seasons and merge it all together this season. It's been pulling off quite well for me. I'm a little steamed at that, but it's racing. I wish I had a little bit more in the tank at the end, but it is what it is.
Well, with the anomaly that Daytona was, we should have been talking to you at Daytona as well. So, that you got a 2nd and a 3rd. So, do you think you have a shot at this championship? The season's starting to shape up, and we're consistently seeing you up front.
Well, I'd like to think that. I mean, I would like to hold that title of 2 in a row here. Well, in a way, more or less 2 titles. There you go. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it my all to try to make it up there again.
Well, it was awesome to see you mixing it up with the 45 and the 144. You just got to work on saving that right front a little bit. We noticed you dropped off, so did you just burn it up racing the 45 there?
I think that last stint was my kryptonite, but other than that, I felt good the whole race. I felt I could have been up front competing a little bit more. But things happen, and that's it.
All right. Well, I'll turn the floor over to you. Give your shout-outs and your thanks and all that jazz.
First off, Cyber Thunder as a whole, couldn't do it without them. You in the booth coming out and just taking the time out of your day to broadcast these amazing races. Just my teammates over at BTR. Thank Christian for the amazing paint again. Family for getting me set up. Bella Shaw for watching. Lappy, Eric, love you guys. Thanks for coming out and watching these amazing races. Everyone at AEW. And that'll do it.
All right. Well, thanks for putting on a show, man, and showing up. And hopefully we're talking to you next week.
Roger, Dodger.
All right, let's get Cody Meadows out of here, and we'll bring up second place. Second place, Trevor Ryan, you got us.
Gotcha, Kyle. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's nice to be back here doing an interview with you.
Ah, awesome. Glad to have you. So there, right up, coming up to, was within, 3 to go? You saw the 144 push up out of 4, and then you kind of followed him in there. Did you think that was your last good shot, or were you just watching him and followed him up into the wall?
Yes, I saw him go a little wide. Mouth started watering, and I just got back on throttle way too soon. Just chased him right into the fence, and I figured I wouldn't have another shot at it. Had a couple lap cars kind of come into play there on the last couple laps, and was able to run him down. But man, it's just so hard to pass here. He drove an excellent race.
Now, did you just need one more lap, or were you gonna, if you got to him, were you gonna shove him off into 3 and just make him enter 3 just a little faster than he wanted to?
I would have liked to maybe have a couple more laps now that I had finally gotten close enough. I got racing with Cody there for a little bit and had a tough time getting around him, and then I had to run Jason back down. Thankfully, the draft here is so strong. I would have liked to have a couple more laps to be close. I wouldn't want to shove Jason off into the corner. He's always, every time I've ever raced him, he's run me so clean. I wouldn't want to win that way, but I wish I could have had a couple more laps at the end.
Wow. How surprised were you when, you're coming off a pit road and all of a sudden you see that 8 running by and, you hadn't seen him all night? Or just like, well, where did he come from? Or
Yeah, I saw him on the relative. I think he was like somewhere between 4 and 5 seconds back, and I figured I could stay out a couple laps and I'd still be in front of him because I didn't want to lose the position. And coming off pit road on the backstretch, I was like, I don't know how he got in between us. I guess I should have came in 1 lap sooner. I didn't think he'd be able to close that much, but he sure did. Did a good job.
All right, we'll turn the floor over to you. Give your thanks and your shout-outs and all that jazz.
I just want to say thanks to my friends, family, everybody here at Cyber, Tom, you, the whole division directors, everybody here. Makes it a really fun place to come back and race. I was gone for a while. I'm really glad to be back. And thanks to all the drivers who, devote their time each and every weeknight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Really good group of guys around here. And if you're looking for a place to race, there's no better place to come than race at Cyber Thunder Racing League.
I couldn't have said it better myself. All right. Hopefully we're talking to you next week, man.
Sounds good, Kyle. I'll talk to you then. Hopefully.
All right. We'll move him out of here, and we'll bring up our winner, Mr. Jason Higginbotham. Another one.
Interview, don't you, brother?
Oh, hey, you know what? It's weird talking to you this way instead of talking you into the waiting room.
Yeah, I miss you out here, brother. I miss you.
I miss it too, man. But take us through your race there. 3 laps to go. You push up out of 4 in the draft. Was it just old tires, dirty air, combination of both?
A combination of both, and I definitely run it. I ran it too hard, and I was catching a good corner. Thought I could catch the white line and get it a little loose and make it turn, and I didn't, and it didn't turn, and I smacked it pretty good right there, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did, but it wasn't quite enough to lose the momentum because I think Trevor followed you right in there. He saw you
that's what he said. That's what he said. Yep.
But no,
Yeah.
it was. Oh, sorry.
I'm not too familiar, with Indy a whole lot. I got in here and got a lot of practice a little bit as soon as the servers came back up today, as much as I could, and then I practiced a whole hour. I'm not sure why my teammate Chris wasn't any better. He's usually real good at tracks where the truck starts off loose like this, but he was struggling here. So, but yeah, I'm happy with it. It was a fun race here. Enjoyed it.
See, I've heard that excuse before, and you waxed us at Charlotte last year. So I think this is the thing that you need, where you don't need any practice, and you just show up and you just figure it out. You're that good, man.
It's amazing how the tire model changes, from update to update. I feel like, I don't know, on some of these mile and a half like you talk about, I do real good and end up saving enough to pace myself and win kind of easy. But the last 2 nights before this update, we went to Michigan and Atlanta, and I couldn't run in the top 5 of those 2. But I don't know, as soon as the tire model changes back like I like it, I'll be happy.
Well, You got another win under your belt. You making a championship run this season?
Nah, no championship run for me either. I missed the first race, and I'm sure I'm gonna miss them road courses. But I just enjoy the ovals. Great competition in here, great races. So I just enjoy running the ovals.
Oh, I just heard a collective sigh of relief from everybody else out there because, when you're out there, you're the one to beat.
What was last week? I can't remember what last week was. I wasn't any good there. Michigan. Wasn't in Michigan last week. See, I wasn't any good there. I just didn't have no speed. I run in the top for a little bit because of the start, but after we got to racing, the race flew out. I had no speed at Michigan last week, and I think I can't even remember what I came out of Michigan with, but I ended up finishing, but it wasn't any good.
Well, you know what? Even if an average day for you is still a top 10.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll turn the floor over to you. You give your thanks and your shout outs and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, I just want to thank Hickey's House of Power, and I got to thank my teammate Chris. And it looks like Paul left early. He had to go do something else, but I guess we got to thank Chris and Hickey's House of Power. Thank all these guys at Cyber Thunder. I got to thank Cody Heisman. It looks like Cody and Trevor both were awesome trucks. It was going to be a heck of a race. It was still a heck of a race at the end with us smacking the wall there. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Got to thank Cyber Thunder and all you guys.
All right. Well, next week, I don't know. Is it a road course next week? Will we see you out here?
Nashville Super Speedway is what Trevor said.
Oh, so I get
Yeah.
you. You're the defending winner from their last season.
Yeah, I'm
You
going
love
to
your
run
concrete
Nashville.
tracks.
Yeah, I do. I do. I'll definitely be at Nashville.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. Seeing you there.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, man. I miss you out here, brother. You're getting another race here for us, oh, Will.
I miss it.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Later. All right. Well, that was quite a race, for Indianapolis. We had some, freight training, some bumping, beating, and banging, and we almost had a photo finish, Really close finish, 0.3 of a second between the top two. But, with every good thing, it must come to an end. So if you liked what you saw, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. We're live every Tuesday night starting at 7:45. As Jason said, next week we are racing at the Nashville Super Speedway, a 1.3 mile concrete oval, something a little bit different. But I believe we are going to pack up and head that way to Nashville for next week. So, for everyone here at Cyber Thunder, I've been Kyle Nadeau. Keep your stick on the ice, and have a good one.